Well, hello, my FME friends. Whether you're watching this live or whether you are watching a recording afterwards, thank you for tuning into this. It is the final days of the FME 12 Days of FME contest, and I just wanted to do this a little bit live, just in case anyone was around. I don't think anyone is, but what the heck? It gives me a little bit of streaming time. So, if you're tuning in, welcome. We are going to cover the winners of the prize, and we're going to cover, of course, the final round, round 6 of the 12 Days contest. If you want to, by the way, you can always go to this page, the score checker page. Let me just put that out as a message. If you go to there, you can put your email address in, like I'm about to do, and it will tell you how many entries you have for the prize draw, which I don't have many, and in fact I really don't have any because I work at SAFE. I'm not allowed to do this. These were just a couple of tests that I did, so I had a score of 3 on that round, which gives me 9 entries, because you get 3 entries for every point in the puzzle round, and the quiz round you will get a point for every correct answer. So I have 0.63% chance of winning a prize with my 9 entries. Just to give you a bit of a heads up about some of the statistics, the most entries that anybody has is 138. Christian in somewhere in Scandinavia, I can't remember, Sweden or Norway. One person has only got 2 entries. The average number of entries is 22.8, and the median is 9. And these are the top players. So if you scored anything more than 100 points, then you did really well in this contest, and you're in the top 6, and you're more likely to win a prize. So that's all great for you. So, and for example, Christian has a 9.72% chance of winning a prize. It says 0.003% chance of winning everything. I guess, I don't know if my arithmetic's right there, but to win all 3 of them, yeah, would be quite an achievement. That does seem rather lower than I'd expected. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I have a workspace. And interesting thing about this workspace is it reads all of the submissions, filters out safe people, so we can't win, adds up all your points, hides your email address, sends it into a feature shuffler, and it actually sends it out to a WebSocket. So if you here's my WebSocket online. If you are actually doing this live, you could check for that, I guess. But anyway, so, and the other thing I've done is I've put a decelerator inside the feature shuffler. So what's that going to do? Well, it's going to slow things down by up to 5 minutes per winner. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit the run button on this, and it's shuffling, and it's going to output a feature every, well, up to 5 minutes in between. And once we get a feature out, it will send it to the WebSocket sender, and we will know who the winner is. So while we're doing that, let's look at the quiz results of round 6 first. We were in Montreal and Houston. Let's see. So let's look at the questions we had for that. One of Montreal's specialities, culinary-wise, is beef that's smoked and cured in a particular method. What is that method called? Well, maybe it's a surprise, maybe it's not, but the answer is Montreal smoked meat. That's the speciality. It's a bit like pastrami, a bit like corned beef, but it's not those. It's actually got its own special name. So Montreal smoked meat is the answer there. Mordecai Richler was a famous Canadian author, wrote about the Jewish community in Montreal. His most famous work, or one of his most famous works, is called The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz. And the other names in there are all characters from the same book, but that's the title there. Montreal's Winter Music Festival. Ooh, I'm trying to remember what it's called now. I think it's called Igloo Fest. But again, the answer's right. If you got it right, you'll have got the point. I'm just trying to remember it now. Yeah, Igloo Fest, coldest music festival in the world. On the west side of Montreal, there's a mountain, Mont Royal, with 3 summits. One of those was recently named a name in Mohawk, which I'm not going to even try and pronounce. And it means the place of the big fire, I believe. So they would set a fire up there as a beacon to people. Okay, the city of Houston. Many other names, but only one of those names is official. Which one of these? It is Space City. That's an official nickname of the city of Houston. All of those are other names given to it, but they're not official names. One of these film directors was born in the city of Houston. That is Wes Anderson. Houston is the origin for a type of fusion cooking known as what? Should be fairly obvious that that's Tex-Mex. And Houston City Hall style of architecture is Art Deco. It wouldn't be Tudor, which is a British style with oak beams. Wouldn't really be Gothic. Spanish Renaissance would make sense, I guess, but it's actually Art Deco. So those are the answers there. Let's see, have we got any results for winners? No, not yet. Nobody's won. FME is keeping us in suspense here. It hasn't picked out a winner for us yet. So those are the quiz questions for that round. Let us flip to the other FME I've got open and look at the solutions for the puzzle for round 6. I mean, this is again very similar to before. In fact, in the way that you just calculate the arrival times for all of the flights, and then personally, this is how I do it anyway. Then I go in and just manually check which flights might be possible. So we were in Houston and Montreal. The Zipster was in Houston, and the Lizard was in Montreal. So let's see. So I'm looking at flights coming into Vancouver. These are sorted by the destination, and they are sorted by the arrival time. So there was a flight from Montreal to Vancouver, which got in at 10:57. No seats available, so the Lizard couldn't go on that. There's a flight from Denver to Vancouver, got in at 12:12. So could either of them have got on that? Well, let's see. The Zipster would have to fly from Houston to Denver. So let's look at flights going into Denver from Houston. There's a flight left at 8:35 in the morning and arrived at 9:58 in Denver. So what time did that flight from Denver to Vancouver leave? Denver to Vancouver left at 10 a.m. So yes, they were there 2 minutes early. So the Zipster could have caught that flight, and there were 3 seats available. So hey, we good. The Zipster arrived at 12:12. Let's see if anyone's won yet. There we go. JRichards. Congratulations, you are our first prize winner. And I'm sure we will have another one in a couple of moments. But for now, let's go back to this. So the Zipster could arrive at 12:12. Could the Lizard arrive at 12:12? Was there a flight that gets them into Denver from Montreal, for example? Left at 8, didn't arrive until 10:38. And I don't think there were any other flights. In fact, I know there are no other flights that could get them there in time. The only flights that get into Denver in time were the ones from Houston. So could you go from Montreal to Houston? No, you couldn't arrive there by 8:35 in the morning. And the flight from LA to Denver took off at 6 in the morning, which was too early anyway. So basically we're saying that the Lizard could not get to Denver in time any way, shape or form to catch that flight to get to Vancouver at 12:12. So the Zipster's the person that arrives earliest. Let's see, could they have taken the next flight from LA to Vancouver? Let's see. So could we fly from Montreal to LA? So there was a flight from every of these cities to every other of these cities. So it is technically possible for that flight to exist. That flight leaves LA at 11:30. So Montreal to LA. Could they arrive 11:30? No, 11:32. So, they just missed that flight if they'd flown from Montreal direct to LA. So, sorry, let me say again, what time did that flight take off? It took off 11:40. So what flights arrived into LA by 11:40? It was one from, 11:30. Should be. Is that right? Anyway, I know they couldn't get into from Montreal directly to LA, wherever we are, 11:32, yes. So could they get Dallas to Los Angeles would be in time to catch that flight from Los Angeles. What time did that take off? That took off at 10 a.m. local time. Could you fly from Montreal to Dallas and get there by 10 a.m.? Yes, you could. You could get there at 9:50. So basically, the Zipser flew Montreal to Dallas, Dallas to LA, LA to Vancouver, and arrived. Yes, the flight took off at 11:30, and they didn't get in. The Montreal to LA flight didn't get into 11:32. So I just wanted to check that. So yes, they flew Montreal to Dallas, Dallas to LA, LA to Vancouver, arrived at 14:27. That's the quickest they could get there. So that's the solution. Have we got our other winners yet? Yes, we do. So those are our three winners. We have JRichards in the UK, Chris Treddinick, who I know is in New Zealand, and Spawkly, who I've got no idea who that person is, but they've got a very appropriate name for us. So those are our three winners for the contest. And yeah, let's just go back to that. It's still says it's running, but it can run all it likes. It's not going to. We're only picking out the first three winners. So there you go. I will let it keep running, and then we'll have a fourth person just in case one of these is ineligible for some reason. But I don't see that happening. So if you're one of these users, congratulations. I will be in touch shortly. The three prizes were, let's see, 12 days of FME. I didn't really have a first, second, or third prize, so I'm just going to pick them at random and get them sent out to those folks there. So we'll have the inflatable yoga ball from Blue Geographics, the cyanotype maps from Something About Maps, and the globe from Over Globe. So I will just pick those pretty much at random, and yeah, I will get them sent out to you folks. So congratulations to our winners. Thank you if you played along in this contest. I think it was really fun. Yeah, we had a few little mishaps, but with the data sometimes. But I think everybody who took part got lots of entries anyway, even if I made a couple of errors, and I did fix a lot of things. So yeah, so congratulations. I will wrap this up now. Just to say thank you for taking part. It was fun to do this. I hope it was fun to play. I hope you learned a little bit about all of the different cities around the world that we have partners in. Montreal, we visited Houston, Sao Paulo, Auckland, Brussels, Birmingham, London, Washington, D.C., and, well, in fact, every city in the cities file apart from Santiago. That's the only place in there that we didn't have partners. And I just had to include Santiago just as a stopover point from Sao Paulo. So every other city has got an FME partner there, safe partner. And yeah, hopefully you learned a little bit about this. So yeah, thanks once again for taking part, and I'll try and stop talking now. I wish you a Merry Christmas or whatever. If you're celebrating a different holiday around this time, many seasonal greetings, shall I say, and happy holidays. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you in the new year. So take care, and yeah, we'll see you next year. And I just did that completely wrong because I didn't show you any of that. Oh, Mark, you're an idiot, complete idiot. Okay, so the winners, just to show you. Okay, well, that just proves no one was watching because nobody said anything in the chat. So, yeah, so those are the 3 winners. And these were my workspaces that I was showing and not showing. So apologies for that, and but we'll say goodbye anyway, and maybe I'll make a video for YouTube to make up for that. Okay, bye.